All right, let's talk Dallas Cowboys now that the draft has behind us and we're looking forward towards the future. One of the things we like to do, whether it's on this Cowboys channel or overall main NFL channel, check that out, by the way, if you're interested, is we like to go through each and every team's draft picks and find the hidden gems, the great values, the underrated playmakers, the massive weapons that no one's talking about. And there's one guy the Cowboys picked up that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, and he looks to be dynamic for Dallas in the future. We'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, I'm Nick. That's Andrew. And this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, without further ado, let's pull up the tweet just to refresh everyone's memory with this Dallas Cowboys selection. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. The Dallas Cowboys are using their 5th-round pick on Texas running back Jaden Blue. Obviously, fans of the Dallas Cowboys who know anything about Texas football obviously know Jaden Blue as a massive home run hitter for the UT Longhorns over the past few seasons. Great 2024 campaign. Obviously, was running back by committee in Texas. Let's pull up his numbers here. Let's go ahead and pull into his stats. If you look at his numbers, and we're going to focus on the 2024 numbers because obviously he was sharing a lot of time in his career, but you can see he got a lot more carries compared to every other year in 2024. 134 carries, 730 yards, 5.4 yards per carry. That's really good, especially in the SEC. 8 total touchdowns. Here's what I really love. 42 receptions with 6 receiving touchdowns. You're looking at a guy, I know people are comparing him to Tony Pollard. I don't think it's the same dynamic. To me, he seems halfway Felix Jones in terms of his home run hitting ability. Obviously, great running back at Arkansas, and sort of halfway, I guess, Tony Pollard if you look at his receiving ability. But either way, it's undeniable the Dallas Cowboys picked up a massive weapon at the running back position. And look, everyone was looking for Dallas to take a running back as early as round 2 or round 3. They obviously didn't. A lot of people were concerned. Are they just passing on the position? It turns out they weren't. They waited and bid their time and picked up what I think was a massive steal in the 5th round in running back Jaden Blue. Again, he can slide in right away. Steve Sarkisian at Texas runs an NFL-style offense. He'll shift in perfectly to what the Cowboys want to do under Coach Schottenheimer. This was a phenomenal pickup, a great weapon for Dak Prescott and this Cowboys offense. All right, Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. But first, Cowboys fans, in the comment section below, grade this selection for us, right? Give us your thoughts. Do you love the pick? Think it was a great deal? A+. Do you hate it? Do you think it's terrible? For whatever reason, give it an F. Or let's say you're kind of wait and see. Listen, you think there's some value there, but you have to see it on the field, right? You don't get ahead of your skis, which I understand completely. Give it a C or C+. Give whatever it is. Give us your grades and thoughts on this in the comment section below. But Miles, over to you now. What are your thoughts on this latest move, this pickup right here by the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, Nick, I think this is a great pickup for the Cowboys, and there's a lot of things I look into when I see Blue and what he's able to do that I like. I think, like you said, obviously his speed is undeniable. The 4.38 40 is absolutely incredible. You described it best, home run hitter for this Texas team. So I think in that aspect, he brings a lot to the table for the Dallas Cowboys running back room. Obviously, you got a ton of guys. You got Javonte Williams, who's a decent running back. You have Miles Sanders still, Deuce Vaughn. So there's some solid running backs in this Cowboys running back room already, but this just adds a different aspect, a different flavor to the room, so to speak. If they're going to have to go a little bit of running back by committee this year and get this thing going in the right direction, I think Jaden Blue is a valuable asset to add in here because when he shared rooms in the past, and you brought it up, I think he's done really impressively and done a lot of really good stuff because honestly, this past year, he was second fiddle in this running back room to Wisner from Texas, and honestly, he shared a lot of snaps with Jared Gibson as well. But in the long run, what was he able to do with the snaps that he was given? Like you alluded to, the 5.4 yards per carry, 730 rushing yards, really good, but also 8 touchdowns. He led this team in touchdowns. He had 1 less touchdown than the other 2 backs combined. They had 9, he had 8. This guy did a whole lot and was able to make things happen. We talk about this with pass rushers all the time. They're getting pressure on quarterbacks. They're doing things, but can they finish? Can they get the sack on the quarterback? Can this running back, with the snaps he's getting these big runs, but can he convert them to touchdowns? And undoubtedly he could. He really led this team, 8 total rushing touchdowns. I think that was really great, but also 6 receiving touchdowns as well. This guy was absolutely crazy. He did a lot of great things in the receiving game as well. I think he's a great addition. And then last year as well, They used him as a kick returner, did some great things as a kick returner as well. So I think there's a lot of aspects that he can fit into this Dallas Cowboys team. I think there's a lot of avenues they can use him, and overall, seems very versatile. He seems very quick, home run hitter, can catch the ball in the backfield and do a lot of good stuff with that as well. Is he going to be your lead back for the future of this team going forward? I don't think so, probably not, but I think he can really work himself out a great role in this Cowboys running back room and be a valuable asset to this team going forward.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. If you look at the Cowboys running back position last year, of course, for the first half of the season, it was a disaster. Rico Dowdle did some good things down the stretch. He had a really good finish to the season. But let's be totally honest here. Dowdle ran hard, was a good running back for the situation. But Dallas did not have that game breaker, right? The beauty of Tony Pollard, especially in 2022, whether it was as a runner or as a receiver out of the backfield, was he is a huge play machine, right? That's why I went to the Pro Bowl. And people really didn't realize how important that was until the 2024 season, where Dallas just really struggled, right? It's one of those things, especially when we start having injuries, it's hard to go 15 plays and score a touchdown every single time. You need that guy that can generate a big play. In fact, one of the things I think really hurt Dallas in the 2023 campaign is that Tony Pollard's big play ability basically disappeared that year too. I mean, just going off memory here, I think the only big play I remember from 2023 was that long catch on Monday Night Football, that catch and run against the Chargers, like in what, week 6 or whatever, week 7, whatever it was. Like the rest of the season, not a lot out of Pollard. So we're basically dealing with, a season and a 3/4 of another season without much of any explosiveness at the running back position. That will change with Blue. And having that explosive element just makes Dak Prescott's life easier. It makes CeeDee Lamb's life easier, Ferguson's life easier, Tolbert, right? Whatever weapons they add to the receiver position makes it easier, right? Basically, Kevontae Turpin, whether it was in the return game or as a big play catch and run guy, look at the Houston Texans catch, a great example of that this past season, was basically they're a big play offense, right? It was CeeDee Lamb doing amazing things because he's CeeDee Lamb, and it was Turpin doing, one crazy thing a game, a month basically, doing something spectacular. And that was the big play part of their offense. That was it, right? You can't win in the NFL like that. You can't score like that. You need to have multiple guys that can generate big plays. And Jaden Blue is a guy who can come in day one and do that for the Dallas Cowboys. And here's the beauty of it. You don't need to be a guy that has to generate a big play every single game. If you're just relatively consistent enough, the threat of you generating a big play will change how opposing defenses handle you, right? Teams will have to figure out, okay, we can't leave a linebacker on Blue because there's a chance he goes 80 on us. And if he runs right by us or beats a guy on a wheel route or something like that, what happens then? Teams start doing 2 deep safety coverages. They roll coverages maybe a little bit away from CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's job gets easier. Ferguson has more space to work with over the middle. Prescott has more time because teams aren't willing to blitz to leave second-rate cover linebackers on a running back in Jaden Blue because he'll beat them clean, right? These things snowball over time. It was a snowball on the negative side in 2024 for this Cowboys offense. And now a few pieces this offseason, namely this selection in the 5th round by Jaden Blue, could be all the Cowboys need to completely flip the switch and go back to being an elite offense with a great big play element. This was a phenomenal pickup and a massive playmaker, great weapon for the Dallas Cowboys.